guys, so sorry I've been a little MIA on my video posting, but just an update. I finally came back to Indiana, and I moved to Fort Wayne for my first 2 clerkships. I'm doing internal medicine here and family medicine. So today I'm going to talk about my very first day on my internal medicine rotation, just because it was a show, to say the least. I started Friday morning. I had to be at the hospital at 7 a.m. So planned out my morning, woke up, was on time, and I forgot my stethoscope at home. So I had to come back. I wasn't too far. I think I was like maybe still in the parking lot of my apartment. By the way, I moved into student housing, which is kind of like dorm living, and it is okay. I have a weird smell in my dorm or in my new apartment that I really don't like. I'm afraid it's probably mold, just keeping it real, and I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. But anyways, so I came back, got my stethoscope. Then I went to Dunkin' Donuts across the street to get like some sort of croissant and like coffee. So I get to Dunkin' Donuts, I get my stuff, and then I try to leave, right? And my car is just not reversing. It's just stuck in park, and the little Prindle thing is just stuck. So it's what, 6:30, I'm freaking out. It takes 15 minutes to get to the hospital. So I'm there for a good like other 15 minutes trying to get it to work, and I'm sweating. I'm getting really nervous that I'm gonna be late for my very first day of clinicals. I'm like, I'm gonna have to find a Lyft. I'm gonna have to find an Uber. I go on my Lyft app. There's no lifts available. It's probably because of COVID. It's probably because it's 6:30 in the morning, and who's up at that time, honestly? So I go on my Uber app and I find someone. Luckily, I tell the Dunkin' Donuts manager, you know, my car's broken, it's not starting, I'm gonna have to come back and get it after work. Luckily, they're very sweet people, and they let me leave it there for the day. I get into the Uber and I meet this really, really nice Uber driver. She's a nice older lady, and I tell her my situation, and she actually drives faster so that I would make it on time to the hospital, and I make it there at 7:04. So before all of this, I actually called, you know, my attending physician. I called my coordinator and let them know I was gonna be late, and I told them my situation. They're very understanding. Luckily, my attending was not ready for me at 7 a.m., so it kind of worked out, but it was just a really, really, really stressful day. You know, I just moved back into my apartment in Fort Wayne, so, you know, I had to deal with like unpacking, setting up the apartment so it's somewhat livable. You know, I had no food in my apartment because I haven't been to the market. It's really, really early. It's my very, very first day of clinical rotations, and it was just horrible. So during lunchtime, I had to skip lunch so I can go attend to my car in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. Luckily, my car broke down in the Dunkin' Donuts that is across the street from the mechanic that I take it to. So I ran my keys over to the mechanic so that he can walk across the street and try to work on my car. Great guy, got it running, and then ordered a couple parts for the car so that he could fix the next week, since they're closed on weekends. But this place is so nice. They decided to come in on Saturday to work on my car. It's a great feeling when, you know, the customer service is just A1, especially when you're dealing with car mechanics. That's usually very rare to find, and I've dealt with a lot of car issues, so I'm pretty happy about that. So actually my car was ready today, and it's Monday, and they weren't even open on the weekend, so pretty great and fast turnaround. So that was my first day of clinicals, and I also had a 1 to 5 p.m. orientation that I had to sit through, which was very painful, just because it was literally 1 through 5. We did not get out early, and you just sat in front of a computer and learned everything there is to know about the electronic medical record and how to navigate through it. And I know it doesn't sound hard, but it is extremely tiring, and just, I'm glad it's over. And not to mention that I had my new Cole Haan shoes on, and they're a little snug, and so I was also dealing with the new shoe kind of achy foot pains that come along with wearing your new shoes, and it was kind of uncomfortable. I had to ask for band-aids. I ended up cutting the back of my ankle, so girls, I'm pretty sure, know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so I ended up coming home, taking a bath, trying to relax, went to the market, hung out with some friends, and got home at about 11 p.m. So I was basically up and about from 6:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. and I only ate a piece of bread that day. So it was just the most hectic day I could ever imagine for my very first day of clinicals, and it was definitely an adventure that I hope to never go on again. So I thought that was kind of like a really funny or interesting snippet of how I survived my first day of clinical rotations. I'm still checking my email, so feel free to email me with any questions specific to IUSM or, you know, clerkships in general. So let me know, guys. I hope these videos are entertaining. Thanks. Hey guys, just want to make a quick video. I'm actually on my second day on my internal medicine rotation, and I'm in the physician's lounge. Got here a little bit early. It's currently about 6:30 a.m. here in Indiana time. So I'll have another video for you guys coming soon about internal medicine and how my first couple of weeks went. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging in there. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm just on a quick break from my internal medicine rotation. I just wanted to get back to you and tell you a little bit about my first couple of days here. So where do I start? I'll start off with the attire. So obviously you have your white coat, you have your badge, I'm holding a water, stethoscope. I'm wearing business casual today, but usually you can wear scrubs. Working in a hospital, so internal med, you can do outpatient or inpatient. Inpatient is usually where you are working in a hospital. So you have the luxury, sometimes if your attending physician lets you, to wear scrubs. So I'm not gonna lie, my first couple of days of internal med, and it's still my first couple of days, it's been difficult. It's been a hard transition. You know, I'm used to going into classes. So, I mean, I'm used to going into classes and not having to be on my feet all day and not actually having to take a lot of histories and take a lot of physicals, and it does take getting used to. What else? And then there's also working with another physician or an attending who is like the smartest person in the world, or I think they're the smartest people in the world. So everyone's experience is going to be different, and it plays a big role in the physician that you get for the week, for the whole rotation, for the day. So my physician was kind of in the middle. He asked me some questions and throughout the rotation, and you know, I didn't get all of them right. So I mean, you have to learn not to get discouraged, and I'm sure the physicians know that we're all learning, and I'm sure many of you know we are lifelong learners. So, you know, it was hard being pimped a lot, but I mean, it's part of life now for me. So basically what my day entails is I get about 3 patients a day, and I follow them until they get discharged. Hopefully I see a patient who's a new patient, so I get all the information about them, why they're here, what are their symptoms, and I basically write a note in the computer and I go over it with my attending physician, go over what I think is happening, go over what I think is the diagnosis, what I think a good treatment plan will be, what management I need to do or start thinking about. and what consults I can call if they need one. So I'm officially off. I'm gonna start walking to my car as we speak. But yeah, that's my life now as a medical student. I'm still getting the hang of things. I'm still learning how to use the electronic medical record. So my pieces of advice for those who are either on their way to where I am or currently there is get comfortable shoes, have band-aids on hand, probably in your white coat. Always drink a lot of water. Stay positive. Sometimes you're gonna have bad days, sometimes you're gonna have good days. But just try to remember why you're here, and I'm sure you'll have moments where patients will remind you exactly why you're there, and those are gonna be the best moments. So hopefully get back to you guys soon with another video. Thanks, bye.